personal injury, Social Security, and workers' comp. November 13, 2014, 13. I was at work, striping the highway on 98 in between Gulbreeze and the bar. We had 4 vehicles. We had the paint truck in front. We had me, the follow truck, arrow board. We had another follow truck with an arrow board. And we had a highway patrol. And maybe around about 1, 2-ish, we were at a standstill. We were all just in the road at a standstill on the right, in the right lane, pushing traffic to the left lane. And I was sitting in the truck, just out of nowhere, wham. Well, what I remember after that is that I remember getting hit, and I was sitting in the truck trying to figure out like what happened, because my phone flew. My thirst buster I had right here, it had bust, and then I could see in my mirror a car like on the side of me, under me, kind of like hit me more on the driver's side, so I could see him. And I remember him getting out the car, and I'm kind of still just looking, because I'm like, don't know what really just happened, but I see the blood on his face. And I sat there for a minute, and then I like got out, and I noticed my knee. It was hurting real bad. And then I looked at him and I was like, you didn't see the arrow boards? And he was like, it doesn't matter now. What's done is done. And I'm like, and basically we went from there. I went to the hospital. I had my wife come get me, and we went to the hospital. And here I am 4 years later, still having treatment. When I get to the hospital, they do they check my back. I'm not sure what it showed then, because it's been so long. I only know when I read stuff, because it's so much paperwork. But he messed my back up in the lower lumbars, and he tore my ligaments in my knee. Not the ACL, but the other 2. So I ended up having knee surgery. I had back surgery. I have a stimulator inside my back. So now I have electricity running through me, controlled by remote control. You know, it's been rough, but you know, through it all, it's kind of, you know, I'm not dead. You know, some people probably would have died from that hit, you know, but, you know, I'm still suffering and in pain. You know, I went through a lot, like, workers' comp denied me. We fought them for about 2.5, 3 years, and we finally won the case. So now they're playing catch up. Luckily, I had my own insurance, so they're playing catch up to what we already achieved with my other insurance. So they're trying to, you know, but, you know, I still go through it. But, you know, anytime I have problems, I call Tom, and he pretty much gets on it within less than a week. Well, I had an attorney. I got an attorney. Somebody I don't know, I just got him. And I felt like he wasn't doing the work for me. Because when I went to check and see, hey, where we at? Well, he went to throwing all kind of numbers at me. I'm not worried about numbers. what's up with my treatment? And I told my wife about it, and she was like, no. I don't know who told her about him, but that was probably one of the best things that probably, like, me listening to my wife was one of the best things I listened to. So we came here, and Tom jumped on it, you know, and it's been, he's doing a great job, for real. Like, really, like, we suffered as a family. Like, we had nothing, because when they cut us off, I had no food in my refrigerator. I had nothing, like nothing. Like I've had, like I said, it took 2.5, maybe 3 years to fight them. So like I went Christmases without being able to get my kids nothing. You know what I'm saying? I really went through a whole lot, and it kind of like just messed with my head a little bit, like for people that don't even see me to tell me that, you know, I'm lying, you know what I mean? And that's all your fight is, I'm lying. Not that if I'm really hurt, I'm lying, you know? And it was not lying about my injuries. Right. It's because I couldn't remember about my other injuries I had. It has nothing to do with my injuries, the recent ones. But, you know, I had doctors in the beginning that they gave me, and that didn't work out for one doctor, so they appointed me 2 other doctors, and which I still have now, and they've been good, you know. And Tom kind of like stay on everything. I stay on it myself, but Tom stay on it too. Anytime I have a problem or I need something to prove, when I need a emergency procedure or something like that, he's good about getting in touch with the adjusters and getting them to where they could, hey, we need this approved. And that's just since we won our case, though. You know, back then, it was just my insurance paying for it. You know what I'm saying? So, if my insurance would have denied it, what do I do? Because it was work related. Mm-hmm. But being that my insurance just, okay, whatever. You know, he called my insurance and talked to him and said, hey, this is what's going on, blase. Everything worked out. They paid for everything. You know, and then when we finally won, they got their money back. I don't know how she heard, but she was like, let's go over here. So-and-so told me about this dude, and like we came over here, you know, and then we talked to Tom. Like we made an appointment and came over and talked to Tom, and, you know, I felt all right about it. And like I said, it's just a process. And I know it's a process, but I'm hurting. That's all I care about. Let's fix this pain. You know, and at first I thought maybe, okay, I might be like maybe 6 months to a year out of work, and I'll be all right. Here I am 4 years later, and I'm nowhere near all right. Stress-wise, it's like for getting my treatment and stuff, I'm good. Like Tom made it happen for me. Like I haven't stopped getting good treatment since he's got involved in my case. For not a burden on the family. My burden now is my injuries, no longer my finances is a burden. No longer medical bills are a burden. No longer not having nothing in the house to eat is a burden. No longer worrying about workman's comp or any other insurer that's involved in my case. Well, what would I tell somebody who gets hurt at work, or at work, or just in your vehicle? If they were to ask me, Eric, I'll be like, well, this is what I went through, and this is what I'm going through. I highly recommend you go talk to him. And that's basically, I would say, go talk to Tom. I said, make an appointment, go see him. It don't cost nothing, and go from there. Don't listen to the street lawyers. Listen to a real lawyer. I would choose Tom because when I first came here, I was welcomed, and the whole staff welcomed me in. It was Mr. Cook this, Mr. Cook that. And when we went in, he made me feel comfortable, and he didn't like this like the other lawyer with numbers. He talked about the treatment more than the numbers. We'll worry about that later. And I never knew nothing about any numbers. It was all about getting me fixed, which that's what I wanted. And he got me my treatment. He got me I finally ended up with the right doctors. He got that done. And, I go through pain, but I don't go through pain without help. If you get in an injury, even if you, I want to say this, like if you get hurt at any point, auto, whatever, talk to a lawyer, because you never know. It's so many people get hurt at work and fight through the pain, but 5, 6, 7, 8 years later, it comes back. But if you get hurt at work, talk to a lawyer, and I highly recommend Tom, because you're gonna feel it's family. Like I feel like everybody in here, I know them. I've talked to everyone in here. Every person in this office I've talked to. So it's not like when I come in here, I'm a stranger, or, and when I do come, they know what I'm here for. Everything is, you know what I'm saying? It's A, B, C, D, it's in order. And I don't know, man, if I didn't have him, I don't know where my case would be right now. I could probably be at home, laying in the bed, and still waiting on that dude giving me numbers. Because it was all about numbers with him. With Tom, it's about the patient, the client, and what we can do to get them better. That's what it is with Tom. It's not about money. It's about the care that he could get you to get you back to where you were.